Okay, this is where the channel starts to diversify. Like I said, it was gonna. So as you can see on the table here, I got a 1986 Yamaha BW80. The BW stands for big wheel. It's got the wide fat ATV type tires on it. It's essentially the same thing as a PW, which stands for Pee-wee. 80 cc two-stroke. It's oil injected. These things are an animal. I just picked this up for my wife to ride, mostly when we're out on tractor rides, so she doesn't have to try to get her big four-wheel drive four-wheeler through these trails. She can just kind of follow along on this thing. So she's pretty excited. Sits low to the ground. It's not heavy. It doesn't seem like it's going to be overwhelming. Things like that. Like I said, I just picked it up, and this is like a Survivor. This thing is pretty original. So it needs a rear sprocket. The chains, you know, we're almost at full adjustment. I think there used to be a cover here, a guard. I'm not too concerned about that. It's got the guards down here. So the guy that had it before me, he said he had it for like 3 years. I mean, the tires are stock. They're not even wore out. Seat's in good shape. I don't know if it's an original seat. They used to say Yamaha on the side. Maybe the 86s didn't. I think they did. But everything works. It's got a little... I got to pull the carb off. He said he did, but it seems to be flooding out a little bit. So I don't know if it sucked up a piece of garbage, you know, how dirty the tank is, anything like that. But it's a little kickstart job. I've been looking at some mods we can do, a little clutch mod, give it a little more bang on the low end, but it hauls me around pretty good. So my wife will be fine on it, and it'll be fun for her to just kind of bang through the woods. And like I said, it's not intimidating, like a full-size dirt bike or even something bigger. We'll see what if she likes it. Then I might look for a BW200, which is now the step up from this thing. I don't think I would go to a 350. They make a BW350. They're way too heavy, I've heard, and I think a 200 would be good for her once she gets used to it. But I picked it up, and I'm not. A lot of guys are telling me I should just shelve it, look at it. Well, it's going to get ridden, so it's going to get ridden. It's not going to get ridden hard. My wife's not going to abuse it, but these were made to ride. That's why they last. They lasted a long time. So we're gonna get into pulling the carb off this thing today, pulling it down. I'll probably pull the plastics off at least the seat and the fenders. Leave the tank just to kind of see in there. I'll try to record everything. And I want to pull this carburetor down just to see if it's got a piece of garbage in it or something's funny. It may just be out of adjustment. I know there's parts available for these. So that's where we're at. I'm going to start popping the plastics off this thing and then yank the carburetor off it. We'll see what the air cleaner looks like, all that kind of stuff. Just give it a good once over. Like I said, I know it needs a rear sprocket. It's pretty wore out. That she's pretty wore out. You know, we're at far adjustment, no big deal. It's a pretty standard chain. The shift pattern on these was all the way down is neutral, and then it's 3 up. So first is up, second's up, third's up. 3-speed auto clutch, so no clutch handle. It does all right. It cruises pretty good. It's not bad. The top speed on these things was like, I think 30 miles an hour from the book. So like I said, whenever I buy something like this, it's obviously in good shape. It's like I said, it's a Survivor. But I like to do my thing, man. Pull the carb off, check to see if it's got the right plug in it. You know, just give it a once over. Change the oil in the transmission. I don't, you know, it may look clean, but I'm just going to change it. I got to pull it apart anyway because I want to pull the clutch pack out of it. Because there's a mod you can do inside the clutch. There's some weighted ball bearings. I think there's 12 of them, and you can pull out 4. You know, 4 of them all the way around it, and it allows that clutch to engage a little later in the RPM range. You're getting more towards the power band So it's a little higher RPM on the motor, give you a little more grunt on the low end. So that's what we're gonna do with this. Yeah, I mean, it's in good shape. So that's what we're gonna be with it. Hope you enjoy. Always missing a socket. What's that, a 10? Oh, they broke one of them studs off. How long that one is? So, I think that's been recovered. It's all right, they did a pretty decent job. Maybe it hasn't. But I'm gonna have to try to weld to that stud. I'm gonna try to weld to it. I can't tell if they're original, but so it's oil injected, so it's got a little tank. I don't know how many tanks it'll go through of fuel before you got to refill that. Maybe quite a few. I don't know. Kink in it. I wonder if it's not breathing. I might just pull that tank. I mean, let's do it now. There ain't nothing to it. Pretty clean. Pretty clean. Bad step. See what the air cleaner looks like. Okay, so she's pretty wore out. It's probably still filtering, I mean a little bit, but I don't know if it's supposed to have, if that's it. But that's not much. No oil on it. It's got a hole in it there. I'll definitely have to order one of those. Definitely have to order one of those. It's one of the things people overlook a lot. Air filters, fuel filters, all that kind of stuff. That's kind of neat. It looks, it's made to look, which way does it go, this way? It's kind of made to look like the radiators, I guess. As I was saying, everything's clean. Like all the electrical looks original. Doesn't look like somebody's messed with this thing. I mean, it's a little dusty, dirty, but this thing's in really good shape. I'm pretty happy. Now the question is, can I get little dinky carburetor on it, but is it a Japanese car? No, that's a Kuni. Now, like I said, the previous owner said that he said rebuilt. Those are the words he used. So I don't know if that means he put a kit in it or he pulled it off, did some cleaning on it, and he was like, that's it. So I'm not really sure what he meant by, oh, did a rebuild, but the hoses and everything are so freaking dry. I may have to get, see, that one just broke. That wouldn't come off the nipple, and it broke, and the nipple come out. You gotta watch using a knife on these, because if you score the barbs, it won't freaking seal. Just cut the rubber. Yeah, I don't know if he did much, or how. I mean, he showed me a picture of the carb off. Said he just did it last week, but that thing was no joke. Put that back in there. Okay. So he also said that he didn't know if he had it adjusted right. So I may be able to. So the needle's in good shape. Okay. That's just a choke plunger. Of course, I'm dumping fuel everywhere. Because the bowl's still full. Alright, so. I'll have to see what the adjustments are. I mean, the carb's clean. Sometimes they'll crack, but they're not full of liquid. So I mean, you think that gas gonna come off there? Oh boy. No way. No way. So it's, I'm gonna pull these jets out and pull that out. I'm thinking there's a piece of thread down there. All right, I'm gonna put this back together. I did find some, it was plugged up a little bit. So we'll definitely see if we helped it any. give this a little bit of adjustment. So this carburetor, it's got a little, it's a plastic bushing inside this pinch clamp. The key is you got to get this shoved down all the way because there is a rubber gasket inside. So you got to make sure it's pushed flat and then tighten it. Got a pretty decent burn going on it. Color's good. Gap's a little. choke, whole choke. Might not even need. Do a little tuning on the carb. It runs pretty good. So I'll do a little tuning on the carb, take it for a spin. See how it does. I gotta put the chain and stuff on it, like I said, but that's it for today.